a few years, how much in irrigation sector now. So moving towards the these few other important phenomena, I would like to mention about this medical care, laboratory, and so medicinal plant. I would like to mention about this why this is important, because in Uttarakhand, we have some interest, research interest. I organized a small meeting at Okhimat, where we invited also a lot of local bats, and we found several species. They are able to identify the several species, and they brought before us. Then also we invited the local pradhan, several pradhans or the block pramukh, and we found this very interesting. That academic community, the policy makers, particularly the local level policy makers, and then the community groups, joining together and discussing and trying to solve the problem. What CSR Foundation, if they can organize such type of the meeting like this here, that the academic community, the community groups, and then the policy making organizers, if we can, sit together, prioritize the problem, because we can't solve the problem, all problem together. We have to prioritize the problem, as mentioned by the morning session also. And for that, also, I would like to mention about the geographic information system. Satellite data, new data we have, like whatever I do, I have several, but I would like to mention few important aspects. One of the important challenges here, I would like to tell you this, the flooding, the main problem of the rural sector. The whole northern India, you can see this. It is an annual ordeal, the flooding. And we try to create this type of the database here, that Ram Ganga Basin, that remote sensing data, the other ground level data, census data, we brought together. We tried to put before here that the number of villages affected, area affected, such type of the maps are very, very important, particularly for the policy makers. If we do not, we can't give. So social scientists, I can tell you, we have to learn the lesson, how we can communicate to the policy maker. That is also very important. We have so much investment on education, and MD, PhD theses are supported. But whether government is interested to have even 15-page document from a policy briefing document from each cases, I think this type of initiative, if CSR Foundation can take up and motivate, also organize the meeting in the university, also in a smaller places, I think we can solve a lot of problems. Like this we did for Assam, the Brahmaputra region, particularly preparing the adaptation measures, and you can see this, we identified the different type of the activity, occupation, rickshaw pulling, day laborers, partial starvation, looking for fishing facility, small boats, immediate food, immediate shelter. These are some of the very grassroots level, survey we did for, understanding the mind of the people, the local people, how they are responding, how they are thinking about their livelihood or their the whole activity. And we try to prioritize here. This, you can see that where immediate attention is needed, urgent attention, low attention. So what as an academy, here I can tell that certainly we are capable to do such type of things. You see these different type of adaptation, particularly in the Assam Valley, Brahmaputra, and you can find this. One thing also here I would like to mention about this. It is a very big program, the interlinking and all. But what I would like to tell you that I do believe, I do support the interlinking between states. I would like to also propose that within a state, We have the water shortage area and water surplus area. Why not we can initiate, like, and corporate sector can play very important role. At a larger national level, it is not very, it requires a lot of money and all. So why not we can start like this? And already the Ken-Betwa link, some steps already have been taken, and I do support this. Some of the rain water harvesting already in Rajasthan, you can see, and particularly we have to see these capacity building of these groups. I identified like the watershed association groups, watershed committees, self-help groups, user groups, common interest groups, common link workers. Then I would like to go to some of the alternative source of livelihood, adopted by the people, and in this process, the tourism I would like to tell you. Rural tourism, we have a vast potential of rural tourism. I supervise a PhD, my Dr. Ajay Gujjar is also here in Rajasthan. And we try to identify such type of other rural tourism area also. That how we can motivate, the hilly area, mountainous area, off-season vegetable, growing the off-season vegetable. Farmers can get a lot of income. Some successful stories are there, but not everywhere. Here, the market and credit facility, we have to focus on that. Then I would like to go maybe for here I would like to my slide here I would like to mention that these are some of how the components of the community capacity building towards the livelihood security of rural sustainability.
Sorry to interrupt you. Yes. We started late and the time for the next session started already.
Okay, sir. So I think I should obey the chairman, sir, because we have the two board speakers, and so, but I will be here until the 5 o'clock. So certainly I will get more opportunities. Yeah. So no problem, sir.
That's very kind of you, and I hope the two speakers who are there would forgive the early movers advantage taken by the three first speakers. Of course, the session started late, to be fair. But we're happy to hear very different views so far. And I'm sure the next two speakers will also come out with some totally different concepts. So, Mr. Sinha.
Dignitaries at the dash, my colleague officers, participants, and ladies and gentlemen.
Otherwise, I don't need it.
I am a practitioner CSR manager. This August only I left the job of NHPC as ED HR CSR, and to my credit, I have written a book on CSR and the Companies Act, which has been published by Ministry of Power. So I will like to go into the details, the provisions as is being laid down under the CSR provisions of under 135, section 135 of the Companies Act and all. We all appreciate that India is a country of villages, and the soul of the country lives in the villages only. Our economy is agriculture-based economy, and our price index and share price index also fluctuate with the blessings of the monsoons and the rain god. People in the villagers are mostly agriculturists, and they depend on agriculture. But agriculture of late has become non-remunerative due to the rise in the input cost. And otherwise also you will appreciate that the size of the land holding is depleting every day, and the land holding is very less, and it is very difficult for a family to entirely depend on the agriculture income. And otherwise also agricultural activities are seasonal in nature. You don't have the work all through the year, all the 365 days in the field. So definitely what happening is like that people are migrating. What type of people are migrating? People are the uneducated people, unskilled people are migrating, and they come to the cities and they don't have to not been insured even the payment of the minimum wages, what to talk of the living wages. So and that also lead to the mushroom growth of your slums. I am of the view that CSR here can act a pivotal role in developing the skill of the manpower available, because we are the country of young people, young citizens, we are the young people. So we can be easily mold and can adopt different skills. What I am talking you, suppose a person living in a village, he has to take a ticket, he will go to the nearest railway station where the reservation facility is available, or he will go to some travel agent for getting the ticket. Why not we can develop the skill of how to work on computer, and they can very well, by the click of a mouse, they can get the ticket. As on date, lot of people in the villages also are using mobiles, but there is no mobile repair shop over there. Why not we can develop the skill of mobile repairing in the village hall, so that they can have that skill for that. You will appreciate that it's not like that villages are the same village what was in 1947. The same number of two-wheeler you will find in the village, what happens to be 20 years back about the bicycle. But there is no service center, no mechanic. Otherwise, by just mentoring on observing if someone becomes the mechanic, but his acceptability is not up to the mark, people will not like to go to him for that. So here also CSR can play a role. I want to share with you, after separation from job, presently I am associate with NISBUD. NISBUD, it is under Ministry of MSME, where we are doing a lot of work for skilling and multi-skilling. I am sharing with you, Power Finance Corporation has given us the work of 6.5 crores for skilling of 8,000 people in the state of Bihar, Jharkhand, your Odisha and Chhattisgarh. Coal India is also giving, and we are mainly giving the emphasis on two skills. That is, one skill is the computer working, computer knowledge, and another is your mobile repair and all. So I mean that if we can have the training right at the village, then migration, no one can stop. Migration will always be there. Whatsoever facility, that facility we cannot have at the village level. But whatsoever facility we will be able to develop, people will migrate. So why not the skilled people should migrate? When skilled people will migrate, they will definitely have the living wages, not of talk of the minimum wages. So when a person is earning a living wages, he will not go and will stay in a slum. He will definitely will have a respectable living. So that will also stop your mushrooming of slums and all. The history of social activity is as old as our civilization. Starting from the early time when the village head used to be there, he used to take care of the group. After that, the jamindars were there, they were opening schools, colleges, mandirs, temple and all. After that, your other people also, moneyed people started in opening their schools and colleges and hospitals in the name of their one beloved one. So the history of CSR, social responsibility, is as old as the civilization is. Definitely first time in 2011 when the DP has issued a circular and has made it a target in MOU that all public sector undertakings will have to spend certain fixed amount depending on the earning of profit of that public sector undertaking as a CSR fund. And the beauty was that since it was a part of the MOU, so 5 points were there